Today I'm introducing Mu. So what we're covering today is what it is, why you should care, how it works, and how to get it. To start off, what it is. Mu is not just a framework. It's a complete free-to-play replication. Basically, taking 317, fully replicating it, and just releasing it from there. You can do anything you want after that. Mu is going to be abundantly documented. Not only is it going to have documentation in the source, like Java docs and just abundant comments, but it's going to have videos where I actually go through and explain the design. You get to see how I'm coming up with it and the reasoning for it. I'm going to also have videos on when I implement this design, and then every time I refactor, it's going to be another video. So every step of the way, you'll be able to see exactly what I was thinking and why I did something a certain way. This is so much more documentation than pretty much any other project I've ever seen. It's also going to be properly designed. I'm not going to sacrifice design for performance, and I'm not going to make something that's overly complicated to where people can't use it. I'm going to try and find a balance that works. Furthermore, it's going to be revision independent. So, yeah, I'm going to implement 317 as a base, but you can put any revision you'd like. So, it's going to be kind of like how Apollo does it, where you just take the packets, then transform them into events, and then everything there is handled the same. So, now why should you care about this project? Well, Pi sucks. I think that's just a given. Everything else is just incomplete. Apollo is just has like no content. Um, Hyperion, it's getting there, but it's still not complete. Also, things like Apollo are just overly complicated. People in the community can't really understand how to work with it, so you don't have very many people using it. But then on the other hand, you have people using Pi, which just sucks. So this is to serve as an absolute replacement and foundation for the rest of the community. So now how it works. It's going to be event driven. Every every single aspect of the game is event driven. Every single thing that's done is an event. This takes what Apollo does to an extreme because instead of having an event just for incoming packets, all outgoing packets are going to have events. So you can hook anything and change any aspect of the game based on a subscription system. Basically, you just subscribe to an event and then you listen. It just listens for it. When it gets one, it just handles it. So it's gonna work properly. It's gonna have a nice design and it's it's good. It also uses a dependency injection. This makes things really nice and really modular. You'll be able to take huge components and just swap them out just by a single chain, change a single line, and you could swap out the entire behavior for how something works. It also makes testing really easy and just makes, if you do it properly, things are decoupled really well. So it also uses aspect-oriented programming. It uses it mainly for things like transactions and things where you have like tons of boilerplate. It tries to get rid of that by using method injection and just other aspects of aspect-oriented programming. I mean, we can get more into it when it actually comes time to actually use it, but it uses that it actually uses that paradigm unlike many other servers who just continually try and find workarounds for the boilerplate. Also, it has a domain-specific language. Basically, it's going to be implemented in Scala, and then it's going to also still be compatible with Java. So you don't have to have like the Java version. You won't. It'll have normal method names, so it's not like the DSL where it's like you have goofy names because it's written in Scala, so it's easy to write. But you can still write things in Java if you need to. It's also going to be really simple. Like someone who doesn't know how to program at all will be able to write like a basic thing like, oh, you can write an NPC dialogue, and it's just going to be really straightforward to the point where you have to know nothing about programming. So you may be wondering how to get it. Just go right there. The project's hosted on GitHub, and this YouTube channel is going to have videos on every single aspect of the creation. It's going to have tutorials. It's just going to be epic documentation on this channel. So thanks for watching.